Does anybody else feel like their brain is just a continuation of very unconscious references and programs from random things that you like to watch as a kid? Like, it's to the point that it almost ruins your train of focus and that you can't really jog into the right train or thought process to avoid getting to some type of fog where you're forgetting things all the time and you lose things all the time and you can't focus at work and you think there's something wrong with you, but really it's not something wrong with you. It's something wrong with the way that you think. I'm the same exact way, and honestly, I got a lot of help when I started reading this book right here. It's called Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. Absolutely amazing. I read this in like 45 minutes, and it's really not a thick book, but what it did teach me is very quickly to how to interrupt your subconscious train of mind thinking, either negative thoughts, positive thoughts, completely random thoughts, as well as it helps you get into the chain of understanding where your pain and suffering in your real life is coming from on a psychological and emotional level, right? This book really spoke to my spirit in a simplistic way that made a lot of sense for me in understanding what I allow myself to think is what I allow my reality to be. This book right here is really about flow. Everything that you think goes through a spiritual realm, and you want to be one with the things that you don't feel like you have to do for a reason. There should be no other reason but to be in flow of where your spirit is most excited by. Now, this book teaches you how to do that and how to enter that state so that you can be connected one with the universe in your train of thinking so that you can always maintain a certain amount of focus on what's actually good for you, right? Nobody teaches you that. You never learn that in school, but where you can learn that is in this book. I think it's particularly easy to understand for everybody who's reading this. It speaks on a very emotional level that I think everybody can grasp, and I think everybody needs a copy of this. Like, this should be a staple in your home library. If you have one book, you're going to need this, because this book is going to rewire your brain and update your software on how to maintain the highest frequency in here so you can produce the highest outcomes in your life. If you're trying to make more money, if you're trying to be a better person for your family, if you want to invest in your health, then this is probably the best book that you should pick up. Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. Thank you so much for making this book. I need to get as many copies as possible, but I linked it down below for you. If you'd like to grab a copy, I linked it down below for you. It's a great deal right now. It's like less than like $30, so grab it.